you doing? Leo Spizzirri here, Forno Bravo TV. Today I'm filming here in Chicago, and I want to talk about the food truck scene. As you know, the food truck scene has been blowing up all over the United States, and Chicago is really one of the last cities to really fully embrace this trend. I'm here with my good friend Giuseppe Badalamenti today, and Giuseppe is known locally as the Chicago pizza boss. He actually has the largest wood-fired pizza truck in the city at this point. As you can see behind me, it's a pretty hard truck to miss. That big green, white, and red Italian flag on the side. Chicago pizza boss doing brick oven pizza, arancini, and panzerotti. Why don't we go in the truck, take a look and see if Giuseppe's around to talk to us, maybe give us a tour, and tell us what the magic is behind his truck. Come on, follow me. Okay, so as I said, today we're here with Giuseppe Badalamenti. This is Giuseppe right here. He's got this beautiful food truck. Giuseppe, why don't you tell us about your truck here?
So I've got a 24,000 pound truck with a 5,000 pound brick oven in it. It's a Napoli 120 from Forno Bravo. Great oven. It's been a pleasure to work with, quite honestly.
How long have you had this oven?
So this is going on we're at about 2.5 years right now. 2.5 years.
I love the story that you tell about 2.5 years in a food truck is a lifetime in a restaurant, because of all the bouncing around that the truck does, and the abuse that driving through the city of Chicago.
Yeah.
Those of you who haven't been to Chicago before, we got some of the biggest potholes on earth.
Yeah.
Size of the Grand Canyon. You can actually lose a car inside them. They're so big.
Oh man.
So you hit a couple potholes with the wood oven like this. You got those bricks moving around.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, it's really just a testament to the quality that the oven's built. I mean, I'm sure when Forno Bravo designed this oven, they weren't thinking that this thing was going to be bouncing around in a truck for any amount of time besides the delivery to where it's going. So I've had this oven running for 2.5 years. It's been operating flawlessly. The fire bricks are working really good, and I'm just really happy with it. And my suggestion is, if it can bounce around in a truck for 2.5 years and I'm still happy with it, when it's just sitting still inside your restaurant, it's probably going to last you a long time.
You said a mouthful right there, my friend. That's for sure. I mean, that's a testament. I mean, this is definitely a workhorse oven. You could actually push this oven through its paces and get consistent results day in, day out, no matter how extreme the conditions that you're pushing it through.
Right, right.
So Giuseppe, with your permission, what I'd like to do is I'd like to show everybody watching actually my method for building a fire inside a wood burning oven, what it takes to actually get the flames rolling, and really get that inferno inside that oven, get the oven hot enough so that we can make some pizzas.
For sure, I'd love to make some pizzas, and when a world champion pizzaiolo asks you if he could light your fire in your oven, I think you give him all the permission he needs.
So when I was in Italy, I went to school at the Scuola Italiana Pizzaioli in Carole, in Venice. And the headmaster there, Graziano Bertuzzo, had this great little saying that he would use all the time. In the morning, he would start the fire in the oven with a piece of newspaper. But he would always say that it's very important to start the fire with a piece of newspaper that has good news on it as compared to bad news. And the pizzas always seem to come out a little bit better during the day when you use some good newspaper. So what I've done over here, I've actually stuck a little bit of paper inside the fire. What I'm doing is I actually stuck the paper in on the bottom of the logs, and when you place the logs into the oven, I want to place them so that the fire and the flame is going to go up onto the raw part, not so much on the bark. A lot of your moisture is retained on this end, and I feel that you get a quicker burn. It'll start faster if you burn on this side first. So all my logs inside the oven are actually all pointed inwards with the raw side exposed. And again, a lot of this barb and these loose pieces, this will act as your kindling inside the fire to allow them to burn faster. They'll start faster. That's what I'm going to do right now. Okay, so our fire is really nice and hot right now, and our oven is at perfect temperature to go ahead and begin baking. Giuseppe, why don't you go ahead and actually show us through your process. Show us how you roll out a dough.
Absolutely. So we have dough balls here. They're 8 ounces. We're doing Neapolitan style dough. And my method of doing it is I get it into a flat position like this, where it's at a relatively even thickness. And then I use 3 points of contact. So I use these fingers and my thumb and my other finger, and that's how I get it to spread out a little bit more into a bigger a bigger pizza roll.
So this is actually something that's really good here. The way that Giuseppe is actually pushing this dough out, he's allowing the cornicione, that outside edge of the crust, to actually not be disturbed. What you're actually doing in this process here, and I can actually show you on another dough bump, when he's talking about flattening out the middle, what we need is we need a basis to start to push that out. So when you're actually doing that beating of the crust, what we're doing is we're trying to make a seam so that the air has nowhere to go. It's trapped inside that exterior edge. If that's not disturbed, when it goes into the oven, the pizza will actually give this really nice bit of oven spring, and you'll get that technical rope, or that cornicione, that nice round edge that's very typical to this style of pizza. The thing with the wood-fired style pizza is that less is more. You want everything to come together in your mouth. You want that, be able to taste the amount of work that you spent making the dough. You want to be able to taste the sauce. You want to taste the mozzarella. Okay, Giuseppe, obviously you know what you're doing over here. These pizzas look really damn good, I'll tell you that for sure.
Thanks.
But the truth is in the pudding here. Let's take a look at how we did. The border here looks really nice. I got a nice golden color brown. What would you say our temperature is here on this oven right now?
I mean, it's not quite, it's probably at the 550, 650 range. I don't think it's any higher than that.
I agree. A lower temperature here is going to give you more of a brown edge as compared to running your oven hotter like a Neapolitan style, where you'd be up to, let's say, 900 degrees, and then you get a lot more of that Neapolitan characteristic spotted charring around the edge. This pizza is a little bit different because in that respect, because our temperature is a little bit lower, we're going to have a lot crunchier, crispier crust than let's say your typical Neapolitan dough. The other thing is also here, if we're going to take a look, I think we got a really nice bake on this. You can see that it's pretty typical of a wood-fired style, not burnt. Sorry, I didn't block your head over there.
That's okay. I was pointing up at it. It looks good.
And then this one here, same thing. I think we have a beautiful, beautiful crust, if we can see that. These are a couple beautiful pizzas. And then Giuseppe, I guess, has a thing for machetes. This is his pizza cutter here. So let's try one of these.
Well, it's good in case there's ever an attack on the truck.
Yeah, on the truck, you could use it as a weapon. I guess you're right. You can hear that crispy crackle as you cut into it. That's a great sign. In Italy, the pizzaioli say if the pizza sings while you cut it, it means it's a good pizza. That crackling is what they call singing. So that's actually great. These pizzas look phenomenal, Giuseppe.
Yeah.
I really want to take my hat off to you and say thank you for allowing me to come on the truck today with you and make some pizzas. The pizzas are phenomenal. Salud.
Salud.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's so awesome.
I love it every time.
I got the best job in the world. On behalf of Forno Bravo TV, I'm Spizzirri. Thank you very much for joining us today, and have a great week. All right, bye bye.